So this is all the build out and equipment required to make a 3-shelf loot room with a perfect large box gap size floor stack, but only for opposing foundations floors in relation to the center. And what that means is we get this right here, a nice 6 large box, 8 small box, plus GC loot room with the GC back there, using the candles to push us up. So we're going to show you how to do all these super mega awesome triple shelf loot rooms and these new ultra stacky TC loot rooms in every footprint in the entire game. And so that's going to be 2x1, 2x2, 3x3, anything bigger than that, egg core footprint, and then the football like double triangle egg core footprint. It's going to be super nice and super easy. And one thing to note is this version of it is a lot easier and can be added like really quickly, whereas the version with the TC does require a little bit of finessing because this floor has to be placed before the TC. So if you're trying to claim it on like a high pop server, you might want to put a TC in a different triangle and add the TC to your ultra loot room later. It is all on one TC, so you don't have to worry about anything decaying. And we do just have these upgraded to show you the different height levels. So we have a low foundation and a high foundation attached to our mid foundation, giving us the half height floor distance for all of these. Super nice and super easy. We'll go ahead and show you the process, and then we're going to show you ahead and do each footprint, how you start each base core, and then we'll go ahead and maybe expand a little 2x1. Alright, it's super easy to build and super easy to do. So your first 220 wood is going to be building plan hammer and the almighty small box. You're going to build out a twig 1x3 and place your small box in the top, left, right, upper, bottom, doesn't matter, place it in the corner. And just like that, you don't have to be precise or anything. We just need the height of the small box. You're going to stand on top of your small box. You can pull out your building plan, triangle, and you can use the base of the triangle right here to make sure you're lined up for when you're alt looking like this, that you're not going to slam into the foundation or over here. So make sure you're nice and lined up. Then you're going to look down, make sure you're nice and lined up, and as you bring your mouse upwards, there's going to be a minimum height of the foundation. So right there, it's going to snap back to the foundation you're standing on and then up right there. And you want, as soon as it snaps into the ground and up, you want to hold alt, click, and then you're going to move off of your small box, still standing, butt this up against it. Make sure you're good. Then you're going to crouch for your third one as you move over and place it here. And just like that, your 3 heights are standing, top of small box, standing, and then crouching. And now the relation of the height differences between each of these two to the center will become the difference for our shelving units. And to start out with each different footprint, we're going to show you an aerial view on how you start out each different footprint with these 3 triangles. Alright, so for a 2x1, you're just going to build 2 squares off the center and 3 triangles. And you're going to come back and break the triangle off the center, float the low and the high back towards the center. Then you can do your honeycomb and do all your normal stuff. If you're getting any errors, you may need to redo the alt look. Then you can just continue out to expand your footprint just like this, creating little gaps to put oil refineries that you can cover with roof pieces for your honeycomb. Alright, same thing for the 2x2. You're going to build off the center and build over left or right, doesn't matter, to flesh out your 2x2. You're going to break the center triangle plane build out. Then you're going to float one of either side, whichever side you build out to, and then flesh out your 2x2, and then wrap this one around to finish for your honeycomb. Again, super nice and super easy. Just wrap that around, and you can add all your normal 2x2 honeycomb to the other side, and this will give you 2 mega loot rooms, and you can add a TC to one of those later. Same thing for a 3x3. I build out in L here. You don't have to build out. You can just build straight across for a normal 3x3 to get the 2 triangles on the opposite side of your 3x3 footprint, just like that. Then you're going to build off the center and build out like a little cross shape, and then again float the low and the high triangles back towards your center square for your loot room. And then you can go ahead and flesh out your 3x3. Again, same thing on both sides. Then you can obviously expand anything, any footprint, just like that by going around, wrapping around with the foundations, and then adding more and continuing to honeycomb all the way around. Egg is super easy. One square, one triangle off the center, fill out your egg pattern, just like that. Break the center, come back with low, come back with high, just like that, and break the triangles, replace it with squares, build around for your shell. And naturally these will be on different planes, so they do not provide stability to each other. So on any of these triangles you can do a bunker as well if you would like a bunker jump up. Just continue to wrap around as shown here for the egg base. For the football core or the large egg, you're just going to build out one square, two triangles, and build out your football core just like that. Break the center triangle, come back with the high and a low just like all of the other ones. Then you're going to do the same thing as the egg, come back with square on each of those, and then you're going to flesh out the full footprint with however many sides you want. You can choose to have all of them as the 3 shelf loot rooms, or just a couple, or a couple with just the top shelf above the TC, or a couple with the low shelf below. Again, super nice and super easy. Just flesh out the footprint as shown here. You do want to use this core for your super multi loot room TC super bases. Alright, now that you understand what floor plan layout you want to build and how to float these triple floor stacks in that floor plan, you're just going to upgrade your pylons and your soon-to-be mega loot room, and you're just going to sink a half-height floor in each of your pylons like so. Just like that, and then you're going to upgrade it and seal it off in there. And you don't want to place the floor just yet, because if you place that floor right here, you won't be able to place this wall. Now we just want to claim everything in all of our whatever footprint you want to use. We just want to upgrade the 1 by 1, and now everything is attached and not decaying. And depending on if you want to put a TC room in here, you can just go do the floors right now, or if you want to claim it in a high pop, you may need to put the TC down in another area and hatch it out later. But to be able to put your top shelf in, to be able to place your mega TC loot room, or your triple shelf loot room, either way, you're just going to come on the top of your pit of doom here. Hopefully you have a ladder, or you're just really good and quick with clicking. But you're going to bring out your building plan triangle floor triangle, and you're going to aim at your lower pylon in the center, and when you fall down, you'll be able to place the half-height floor just like that, and then you could upgrade it. And it's really not that bad. We'll just go ahead and do it one more time. Again, I'm not doing any no clipping or anything like that. I'm just falling in, and I missed it, of course, because I'm explaining it. But look, I can do it right there. Is that normal? I don't think that's normal. I think that's because I fell down there. Yeah, that's not normal. Right there? Okay, you can look. There we go. You can just look and place it in there. Either way, fall or look, whatever it is, and do it on the same side right here. All right, it's very important that you get it off of each one. And again, you could just fall in just like that, and then fall in right here. And this one's just like a couple inches down. And you don't want to put this thing here, because this is going to give you too short. This full height wall from your low foundation, this is going to give you way tiny, it's super tiny. It's not, you want this one right here. So don't put this one right there. And you're just going to put a half wall on your lower pylon, and then float from your center pylon over, which is good. And then you can put your full wall here. And you can put this here if you want, but it's not necessary. But you can put that there. And once that is there, everything is good, and you can put this down just like that and place your TC under here. And then you could put your door on it, the best door skin in the game currently, just like that. Look how clean it looks. And then when you want the triangle floor coming in, you want to place your TC on the opposing side from your low foundation, because your low foundation will supply the low floor, just like that. So we need to build it on the opposing side. And then you're going to build out from your low foundation to create either a full wall or a roof, or like a half wall and a roof if you want to surround this as your honeycomb with roof pieces, like this. And then there's only just like a little shady gap there. And so you just need, this floor comes off naturally here, but it needs stability right here and this one. And it can't be placed until you place this wall and this wall. So if you want to do a full wall, you have to fall in here again, or just look right there. Don't fall. And then once that is upgraded, for like your 2x2 honeycomb, you can place this floor here for your mega loot room later, and then you have that there, and then you can seal off your 2x1. Again, the super easy part is you just need those 2 triangles. You don't need all of this if you don't want a TC. You just need those 2 triangles if you want the 3 shelf loot room, or just the shelf on top of the TC. You could just use the left one, but you can just use all 3 just like this, and then put your TC somewhere else, and then you would have 9 large boxes, and you could put 3 small boxes. Then you can go ahead and just expand your 2x1 with like some roof skirts around, just like that. And then this really doesn't become much of an issue, because this is a very negligible gap to get through that. And just like that, you'd be able to add like a simple skirt to a 2x1 that's all got this weird triple floor stack for your mega loot rooms, and build up and expand with some weird roofs just like this, some weird old school stuff. And of course that wasn't supposed to be there, but of course you can always do another half wall through here, just like this. And it looks like we can still access this one to upgrade, and because we didn't put this floor here. But you would just be able to do that, and if you wanted more loot rooms inside, just like this, once you place your squares, again, you just be able to float whatever floor you want, whichever side, to a different place to add more storage. Super nice and super easy.